Certainly in the public sector, it's about resourcing. So it's no secret that the funding for public sector organisations, particularly local authorities like ours, is reducing.
We need to have as lively as a media landscape as possible to best tell our story. And for us, the challenge now is to find different ways of telling that story.
Okay, so working in public affairs, so I think probably the biggest issue facing it is people understanding what public affairs is.
I think for in-house teams, one of the big challenges is constantly reacting to less and less media. So you've got to prove yourself more proactive campaigns.
The switch away from traditional print and traditional broadcast methods and linear broadcasting, people consume media differently now, particularly on the move and use mobile devices. That's created a challenge, so maybe the previous routes of going via newspapers and relying on good old journalists to get your message out, that's changed.
So for us as professionals, it's about proving our worth and also helping directors and the board team do the right things and make the right decisions to ensure that reputation can be preserved and enhanced going forward.
It's getting sort of almost an industry agreed point, this is what public affairs is, but it's always evolving, and I think that's what's enjoyable at the job, and that's why no day is the same.
I think you'll see a move towards sort of your press teams working more closely with your marketing and your advertising teams, and just having to think together in terms of campaign from A to Z rather than working in silos and working independently of each other.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the traditional skills are still necessary. I think what changes is thinking about that in a digital format. So how do you make that message go to an audience who have a much shorter attention span?
If you're serious about your career in communications, whether you're in public sector or private sector, coming together with like-minded individuals and really sharing that best practice is absolutely key going forward.
The idea of being able to meet people from different sectors, different backgrounds, different levels of experience and share new ideas and different ways of working sounds really useful.
Thinking outside the box, meeting new people, discussing new ideas, that's the ideal way to do it. And it's nice to do it in a relaxed way that you're learning, but it's also good fun. And I think something like the festival is a great idea.